So have you seen, right? Unless before hours, unless the 4 hours pulls down, started fail to give a new lower low, before we should be looking now for a good buy on go. So I'll keep up updating you guys about this when the time for buy or go reach. I'm sure that will be next month, the second week of next month, like that, because it will take time, because why? It is a daily time frame that is moving the trend. I'm using the daily time frame responsible for all the candlestick confirmation, change of character. So we need to wait for the daily time frame to show us that the buyers are already coming in the market. So we should this next week we should be looking for just short sale around this level. Then when we go for Bitcoin here, I took this short on Bitcoin. You see, even for Bitcoin, I told you guys that Bitcoin will still sell. There's no reason that we should be looking for buying some Bitcoin to hold. You see this level, when price give a market structure shift, if you watch the previous video, price give a market structure shift around here. I told you there's an order block here, and there's liquidity around this level that price will need to fill. But the fact that price give an imbalance coming with a series of higher lows and higher lows to fill liquidity around level, I told you guys we should wait for a market structure shift and pattern. But see what price did here. Price give a market structure shift. You see, price give a market structure shift and break to the downside. But instead pulled back to induce all those who put stop loss around this level. You see this other block here. Price came, you see, without rejection. Stop all those who put stop loss around here. So it really confused me, and also took a buy around because I saw this resistance level already breaking. And if you go on the 15-minute time frame here, you see that was a break and a test around the level. See, that's a price break to the upside retest, give a pattern. Then I took this buy around here, and also I took this sell around here. You see, price it was just a fake out, inducing those who sold around here. But you see the bearish trend. You see the bearish trend still hold. When price gave a market structure shift, pull back around here. I took this sell from here to here. I took a sell from here. Then here I did not take any sell because there was an imbalance. I was waiting for a pattern and candlestick confirmation. Price did not do that, so I did not take a trade around here. Here Friday I took a trade. Price pushed almost to my TP bed. You see the thing reverse back and stop me out. So we should just be testing sell on Bitcoin again from next week, unless this higher low here, you see this 4 hour time frame, this higher low that gave this fresh break of structure is taken out. Unless price push up like this, unless price do this, unless price take out this last higher low here before we can still be looking for a buy. That is when we know that the trend is already changing. So long as this internal trend is still bearish, then we should just be looking only for sale for Bitcoin. And if you check for Bitcoin, if you check on Bitcoin the weekly time frame, let me see. Okay, no, I don't know why this is not really very well. If you check on Bitcoin here, have you seen the daily time frame that is moving the trend, right? So yes, you see when price give this fake market structure shift around here, many people were expecting buy around here, but I saw this head and shoulder pattern. Here's a right leg on the daily time frame. Here's a head, and when price give this market structure shift here, that was what I told you guys we should be expecting for sale for Bitcoin this last week, because there was this pattern around here. See, here's a wide leg, here's the head, and here is the shoulder. And again, price give a market structure shift from a higher time frames perspective. So it was a 5 minute, 4 minute, we know that can be like a manipulation. So there is still an active sell for BTC. If you see there's a first break of structure around here, so we should be looking for sell any around this premium area. You see, any premium area from there, price can come. There's a Fibonacci level. If you draw Fibonacci from here to here, there's a 6.18 level. So price just grabbing liquidity around here. So if we have a confirmation, we need to have a market structure shift pattern before we start looking for any sale around here. So today is Saturday. When the market will open on Monday, we'll see what price will offer us. So, but we should just trade with the directional bias. You understand? Then you should not come here and trying to buy from this lower low. That price will come out. Yes, there's some of the mistake I make on gold. You see, trying to buy from a fresh, but trying to buy early from a fresh lower low. There's always manipulation around that level. Trying to buy from early from a lower low and trying to sell early from a higher high standpoint. That is where I mostly take many of my losses. You understand? And that's not even my strategy. That is not the setup I usually take. So if you go on gold, okay, yes, Euro USD. So when the market open on Monday, here's the setup I'll be looking out for. You see, for Euro USD, if you watch the previous video, I presented this sell from year to year. Let's go to the down. If you see the weekly time frame is bearish, you understand? So if you check on the weekly time frame here, you see the weekly time frame is bearish. It was the analysis where I presented this sell based on a weekly time frame. We have a weekly market structure shift, price pullback to grab liquidity at this other block. You see, here's a weekly double bottom. If you check here, if you see, here's a weekly double bottom around here. Price give a weekly market structure shift, so you need to wait for a daily confirmation pattern. When you have a weekly market structure shift, go to the daily time frame and wait for a pattern around here. You cannot have a weekly market structure shift, then you go to the 1 hour time frame trying to look for confirmation there. That's why you keep having fake out around that level. You see, when price gave a head and shoulder from this weekly, from the daily time frame, and as they say, I took when the FOMC came out, right? It helped us pass the phase 1. I took this sell from here. So now, reason why I'm looking for buy on Euro USD, you see, price giving market structure shift without grab liquidity. As the first time, like I always tell you guys, when we have a double breakout block, you know that price will have to come to another block. You understand? Yes, a market structure shift without price grabbing liquidity. Yes, a market structure shift without price grabbing liquidity. I not say yeah, do price grab liquidity on the lower time frame around here. You see, as a market structure shift, price grab liquidity was not really a good liquidity grab around here. So the fact you see, signs that buyers are already coming in the market. Price gave a lower low, price pull here to give a new lower high around here. Price failed to give a new lower low. We see here the first sign. Price fails to give a new lower low. Instead give a break of structure around this level. Instead give a break of structure. So this now became our new lower, higher low around here. So here's our new higher low around here. Here's another second higher low. So I'm waiting for a confirmation. I never took the trade around here that Friday. So I took this buy from here. You see, the fact that there's an imbalance, price coming to an order block based with an imbalance in the series of internal market structures, lower lows and lower highs to this order block, we need to wait for a market structure shift. Price give a market structure shift around this level, but the fact that price give an imbalance, I was expecting price to pull back around this level and give pattern and candlestick confirmation, but you see price did that, but around this fair value that was why I took the trade from this level to there, and that was just about 20 pips. But you see, price moved more than 50 pips to that level. So we'll continue this trend to the upside on Monday because there's a fresh break of structure around. Where you have a first break of structure around here, whatever thing you'll be seeing that sell, you should not say once there's a first break of structure, you just need to go with the directional bias. You understand? You see, price came here give an imbalance. The fact that there's an imbalance around here, we will not wait to buy from a double bottom around this level because there's an imbalance around here. When price push back, when price can do this, let me show you what I'm expecting. If price give a double bottom, pull back like this, grab liquidity, give a pattern around here, then you all should be expecting for Euro USD. So this will be our first trade. It will be our first trade on Monday, either Monday, Tuesday. If I see this, then I'll be expecting to buy. Then we check for AUD USD too. You see AUD USD. You see the fact that price pull give an imbalance around here. Here's a break of structure. Price give an imbalance coming in the series of lower lows and lower highs. You should not wait to buy with a pattern. You must first of all wait for a market structure shift. Like you see, here's a market structure shift. So here's an order block around here. This is the last candlestick pattern that gives this break of structure. So we should be waiting for a buy around this level. We should be waiting for buy around this level for AUD USD. If price can do this, something. If price do this, give a market structure shift, pull back, grab liquidity, then give our candlestick pattern. Do what we should be expecting for AUD USD. So they will be the second trade. So I'll be, this coming week I'll be looking out for AUD USD for a buy and a Euro USD for a buy. Then for gold, I'll need to wait for the 4 hours time frame to give us our change of character before we should be looking for a sell on gold. So maybe that can happen on Monday, on Tuesday. I'm not sure that change of character will really form for gold on Tuesday. So we should be focusing on buying for AUD USD. Understand? We should be focusing on buying for AUD USD. Why? Let me explain why. You see, I predicted all these sales from here, but I did not take this trade there. I was trading Euro USD. Trying to trade all of them at once will still confuse you. There was a hit and shoulder pattern. The internal trend is a fresh break of structure. So price now is at our demand level. You understand? Price is our demand level. When you see now that it's on our demand level on the 4 hours time frame, let's go on the daily time frame. Let's go to our 4 hours time frame. You see, price will start failing to give a new lower low around here. Price give internal market structure shift, so this will become our new higher low. It depends on how the market will open on Monday, because price can still open on Monday, push back like this, come to this downside, remove all those who put buy limit order around this level. You understand? Then before go to the upside. That's why you need to. That's why me, I don't usually put limit order. I need to wait and need to have confirmation before we take the trade. If you see the market structure, see you already see that sellers are already losing momentum around this demand level. So we should just need to wait now for an internal market structure shift, then wait for a candlestick confirmation and a pattern. Then I'll be good to go for a buy for this level, because why? There is still liquidity that price needs to feel around this level. You see, price gave a market structure shift. Here is it, a market structure shift here, and price, this liquidity was not enough to push price to down. So I see price start ranging. Price gave another market structure shift without grabbing liquidity. So here is a double break and break of structure, which is initially my breakout block, the way I call it. So now there is still liquidity around here that price needs to feed. That's why I'm telling you guys, on Monday we should be expecting a buy for AUD USD right up to this 69.87 level. So I will drop my Telegram channel in the description below. Anyone who wants to join, we should do together, then we can join my channel. So that is all for today.